Hi, and welcome to the very first episode of Grow Your Business with Podcasting. This is where I'm going to teach you why you should be podcasting, how it can help your business, and grow your business to get more clients. So I'm so excited to start this podcast. And for those of you who don't know me, I want to give a brief introduction about myself so we can get to know each other. My name is Jillian Grover. I am a podcast manager. I help busy women entrepreneurs with editing, writing show notes, creating audiograms, and all the things behind their podcast so they can grow their audience. I am also a mother of three. I have two girls and a boy. I also have a grandson. I know most people don't think I'm old enough to have a grandson, but I am. I'm a young grandma, but still. Um, Before I became a podcast manager, I did work in a hospital for 14 years. I did the emergency room. I was a unit clerk and I worked in medical records doing correspondence. I absolutely loved that job until a big hospital took over our smaller hospital, and basically our hospital is kind of closed now. So it was a great job until then. When I couldn't stand that job anymore, I hated it. The management really didn't care about their employees once the big hospital took over. I decided to join my husband. He runs a coffee shop and a roasting company. He roasts his own coffee. So I joined him there in 2018. And then 2020 hit. So 2020 is when I became a podcast manager. COVID hit, my kids were out of school, and my youngest, my son, he was 9. He has not a diagnosed learning disability, but he has a really hard time in school. So I knew I needed to be there to help him with his schoolwork since we were home. So I decided to put myself out there and I got a job as a general VA. And my first client had a podcast and asked me to take over it. And I fell in love with everything podcasting. I've always listened to podcasts, even at my job at the hospital. I always had one earbud in. We were allowed to have one earbud in to listen to podcasts. So I have listened to podcasts forever. I think they're a great way. I have met so many new people that I follow. I met my business coach there. I met amazing people who I built relationships just from hearing them on a podcast. So I know that podcasting is a great way to grow your business because I have bought things from people just because I've heard them on a podcast. So it does work. I'm proof of that. So why I started this podcast. As the title says, I want to help you grow your business. I'm starting a course that's going to help you walk through starting your podcast, which you can get on the wait list if you go to the show notes. There is a wait list. It's going to help walk you step by step through starting a podcast. Because I think that's the biggest barrier when anybody thinks about starting a podcast is I don't even know where to begin. Like, I don't know what to do. So this course is going to walk you step by step through that. In case you want to do it yourself or you just are starting your business and you don't have the money right now to hire a podcast manager monthly, this is going to walk you through step by step. So I started this podcast because I know it's a great way for people to get to know, like, and trust me who want to start podcasts so it can lead them to my course. Because I'm just going to be frank and honest. That's what podcasting does. People start podcasting. Yes, there are people who do it as a hobby, but most businesses start a podcast because it helps people get to know you better. It's basically free coaching. And if you give a lot of value on your podcast, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, how much value am I going to get if I actually pay that person to teach me more? So it's a great way to lead people to your course, program, services, whatever you have. It is amazing. So what you can expect from this podcast is I'm going to walk you through all the parts of launching a podcast and help you through every single step. So episodes 2 to 4 are now available wherever you're listening to this. And I'm going to help you start a podcast, come up with a podcast name, write your show description, get it out to all the places, everything that you need to start a podcast just by listening to these episodes for free. So if you're ready to start your podcast, then keep listening, go to the next episode. It is time. Get your message out there and get a bigger audience and impact more lives. I'll see you in the next episode.